Chapter 5, The First Official Exploration. Those earmuffs certainly are working. Hey PerryGuy, could I have some earmuffs too? Not now, Snax, I gotta get to my intro. Alright, hey guys, this is PerryGuy88, and welcome to Let's Play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky, Episode 7. Oh man, it certainly has been a while since the last video. Yeah, once again I had motivation problems and real life issues, but it doesn't matter because I'm back and I'm ready to make videos again. Okay, so yeah, all you gotta do to advance the next day is just to do a outlaw job, no big deal. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go out and see what's happening and start a new day. Okay, let's go ahead, Snax. Alright, there we go.
Everyone, listen up. I have an important announcement to make. Far to the northeast, then further into its outmost reaches, there lies a place named Tree Shroud Forest. In Tree Shroud Forest, time has apparently stopped.
Wait, what?
Huh? Eek! What did you say?
You're saying time stopped? Hey.
Yes, that's correct. Time has come to a standstill in Tree Shroud Forest. The wind has stopped. The clouds are motionless. Dewdrops on leaves won't fall. They just hang there suspended. In Tree Shroud Forest, time itself has truly stopped.
Time has stopped?
But how could something this awful happen? It's unthinkable!
Yes, the unthinkable has happened. Why has time stopped in Tree Shroud Forest? Well, it's because Tree Shroud Forest's time gear was stolen.
Huh?
The time gear was stolen? That's what make time stop. Hey.
I heard it was possible, but now it's really happened.
I don't get it though. Why would anyone take a time gear?
That is a good point. You know, you'd think it'd be self-destructive.
Quiet, everyone! Officer Magnusson has already started an investigation. It's hard to believe that anyone would dare steal a time gear. But if one time gear can be stolen, the others may also be in danger. The officer asked to be notified immediately if we notice any suspicious characters. So keep that in mind. Let us know if you noticed anything. That is all. Alright everyone, here's to another busy day of work.
Hooray!
Alright, I wonder if we should be concerned about that. Whatever, I'm sure it'll be okay.
Oh, you there. You two, come here.
Alright, what do you want now?
You've become quite good at your work. I'm impressed with your culture of drowsy. That was very admirable. So, you all will finally be assigned a mission worthy of a proper exploration team. Really? Woohoo!
Well, it's about time. Seriously, what took you so long?
Let me see your wonder map. Treasure Town is here. And over here is where we would like you to investigate. See? There is a waterfall flowing here. By all appearances, it's just an ordinary waterfall. But we received intelligence that the waterfall may conceal a secret. And that's where you come in. We want you lot to investigate the waterfall and determine what's there. That's all. Do you understand what this mission entails?
Is that it? Okay, I guess that sounds simple enough to me.
Good. Alright, I'll leave you all to thoroughly investigate the waterfall. Huh? What's wrong? You're shivering.
Are you okay there, Snax?
Are you alright? Yep, I'm okay. It's just the anticipation that's making me nervous. This will be our first real job as an exploration team.
Ah, okay. I suppose I can understand that.
I'm feeling a little worked up.
Yeah, I sort of feel the same way too. We get to explore someplace new, hopefully.
Yeah, I might just burst from the excitement. Let's do this right, Perry Guy.
You said it, Snax. Let's do this indeed, baby.
Yeah!
Alright, so actually we're not going to be doing that this episode. In fact, I'm going to be teaching you guys about more stuff. Yeah, I know an educational video is probably not a good idea to do after not making videos for a while, but hopefully you'll enjoy what I got to show you guys.
You too. Train hard every day.
Hey, Krogunk. I've been meaning to ask you. Krogunk, what are you doing here all the time?
Yeah, you don't really seem to be doing anything there.
Huh? Who? Me? What am I doing here?
Okay, I guess we're not gonna get a response then. Alright, just whatever, just screw around with your pot, I suppose.
Hey, Diglett! It's a new day! Let's buckle down and focus!
Man, why do I keep wanting to talk to you? Ugh. Okay, there's the mess hall. No one's clearly here, I see. Okay, yeah. Let's see, I don't really want to talk to Shadow or Wigglytuff. Let's just go upstairs now.
Oh, PerryGuy. And Snax too.
Huh? What's Trimucko up to there?
I don't know. Let's go over there and check it out, Snax. Maybe it's something good.
Hey, what's going on over here?
I just started an assembly here. Today, in fact.
Assembly?
Yes, for assembling your team. Have you ever considered adding member Snax?
Other members? Well, sure. It'd be cool to add other members. If there were more than just the two of us. It sure would help when we explore dungeons.
Well then, you need to start recruiting new members.
Yeah? How do we start?
I'll just ring the friendship bell for you, Team Rockin'. Here goes. Hey-ya!
Whoa, what the? Wait, what just happened there? What was that?
Now Team Rockin' has the power to recruit new members.
Really?
Yes. From now on, while battling Pokemon in dungeons, you may earn respect from some of them. And those Pokemon will then ask to join Team Rockin'. Once you have recruited a Pokemon, you can bring it along with you on dungeon explorations. To bring a Pokemon along, visit my assembly, then choose which member should join your team for the exploration. Always see me when you want to assemble a team that includes recruits.
Great! Thanks, Trimucko.
Yeah, I suppose. Seriously, what was that? I mean, great. More Pokemon that don't want to explain anything. I just love this guild. Okay, so as you can imagine, people, I'm going to be teaching you guys about how to recruit Pokemon, among other things. So let's go over to the Outlaw Notice board and do a criminal job, since I haven't shown you guys that yet. Okay, let's talk to Bidoof here.
Huh?
Y'all been assigned to investigate that waterfall? It'll be your first exploration. I'm pulling for you to succeed, by gosh. Now, y'all dig into that challenge real hard now.
Oh, we most definitely will, when we get to it. Okay, let's go over to the notice board here. Alright, so yeah, that's a criminal here. I'm going to be talking to you guys in more detail about how catching criminals work. So let's go ahead and take this job here at Mount Bristle. Alright, there we go. Now let's go ahead and talk to some more people here. Oh, of course, we got to accept the job. So yeah, we'll talk to more people, prepare in the town, and then we'll head off over there to catch the criminal. And start the educational process here.
Our leader is always nervous around fire, but that's a small thing compared to all the positives. So I'm happy to support our leader through thick or thin.
Okay, cool. I'm glad that Kemrod is getting a lot of support there. Okay, let's talk to this guy here, then we'll talk to the leader.
We're Team Flame. I'm the leader. I don't like to admit it, but I'm very timid. When my team members start fighting with fire, I can't do a thing but stand back and hope I don't get hit. Ugh, I feel so pathetic.
Wait, you're the leader? He's kidding, right?
Ponyta and I are great at using fire-based attacks, as you can imagine, but we leave swirling fire in our wake as we fight. And that scares our leader. I think our leader has lost confidence because of this. But I don't know what we can do about it.
Ah, he's serious. No, it's pretty strange there.
We're Team Slacker. We're the Zero Motivation Exploration Team. Exploring is too much effort.
Okay, it seems like they get a lot of things done there. Okay, so let's leave them to it, doing nothing, I guess, and we'll probably be there when we get back. Okay, so let's go to Treasure Town and start preparing. Oh, something's different here.
Huh? What's going on? Stairs? In a place like this? Something's written on the sign. Huh? What? It says Spinda's Cafe, a shop of hopes and dreams, opening soon, win big. Looks like a new shop's opening up, huh? But hopes and dreams? What kind of shop is that? Let's come back after it's open and check it out.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of cool stuff down there, but we'll go ahead and check it out later. Okay, let's go over to the bank. Yes, there he is. There's our bank man there. Yeah, he's definitely the most hauntingly honest guy ever. Yes, that's actually a real word. I want you guys to look that up. It's totally in the dictionary, I promise.
Yo, another great day! By the way, you two, do you know Marowak Dojo? Marowak Dojo? Marowak Dojo is a place where explorer teams go to hold their skills. Actually, when everything was peaceful, there wasn't much of a need for its services. The sensei couldn't pay for its upkeep, and it eventually collapsed. Huh? But let there be rejoicing! That Marowak Dojo, it's been resurrected from the rubble, back and better than ever under new management. And I'm going around advertising the dojo's reopening for my sponsor Marowak. Marowak Dojo is straight down from here. You two are an exploration team, right? Why don't you go test yourselves at the dojo?
Okay. I guess we can go ahead and take a peek there and see what they have to offer.
Visitors? Finally! My visitors! Welcome to Marowak Dojo. This is my place. It's dedicated to the training of exploration teams. The dojo went to wreck and ruin, then to a pile of rubble. But it has now risen from the dust to its former glory. But I haven't had any visitors. There hasn't been even one. It saddens me to my very marrow. But then along came you two. You are my first customers. From my very marrow, I am very overjoyed. I don't even want money. Keep it. Just trade here. That's all I ask.
Okay, that's nice. Someone's a bit overeager there.
There's the interest in the trading bases. I have to tell you one thing. Trading bases aren't like ordinary dungeons. There's this icky part you see. When you go in, you hand over everything that's in your treasure bag. To avoid losing the items in your treasure bag, put them in Kangaskhan storage before you go in. There's more. If you get KO'd, you don't lose the new money and items that you found in the maze. You get to keep them. So there's no risk to you. So you can go all out while you train. So, make me happy. Train your team here. How about it?
Okay, all that sounds pretty cool actually. But we're not going to go in here just yet. We're going to go in there in a future episode. You know, sorry to disappoint you at all. Okay, no, not really. Okay, let's get out of here. Alright, let's talk to the last group of people here. Oh, wow, okay, they look kind of cool.
We like finding new places where no one's gone before.
We're Team Razorwind. We're the Sharp Claw Trio. Oh, man, they even have a cool name, too. Okay, let's talk to this guy here.
We slash our way through deep woods with our sharp claws.
Sandslash, one of my favorite Pokemon. Next to Bulbasaur, of course. Alright, now that I think about it, I think there's another group of people here to talk to. Yeah, let's talk to them and then let's move on. Oh, yes, it's the Pucciana trio.
Well, we try to buy only cheaper items that have the greatest value. Well, the shop down from here looks unoccupied now. Not in business yet, I guess. So which item should we buy today?
Ah, yes, as adorable as ever. Yeah, I probably shouldn't say that close to them. Okay, let's go ahead and do some shopping. Ah, man, I really wish that this wasn't randomized, that their inventory doesn't change every day. Okay, whatever, let's just get this here. Okay, so if you're going to be doing the criminal jobs, I would suggest that you get well stocked here. Okay, let's see, there we go. And let's see what orbs and TFs they got. And especially some orbs too, especially what that affects the whole room. And that causes some kind of status element. Okay, I was hoping for something better there. Oh man, you guys really suck today. Of course, the revival receipt is very nice. Okay, alright, then we don't need to do the storage thing right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on now. Oh, wait a minute, hold on a second. Alright, before we move on here, I've got to show you something. Okay, let's check over to my moves. Okay, so as you can see, I learned a couple new moves. I learned Water Gun, which is just a basic water attack. And Brine, which hurts the target a lot more if their HP is down to half, which is also a water move from a TM I've gotten. I'll explain about how I actually got all these attacks in a moment. So, yes, let's go over to Mount Bristle and start our mission. And start our educational episode. Yeah, that's the secret waterfall if you want to advance the story, but we're not doing that, as I said. So let's go to Mount Bristle again. There we go. Let's march over there now. Okay, so let's start this topic off here by talking about criminal jobs. Alright, so it's very similar to regular jobs. You reach the floor that it tells you, and then you would find the Pokemon that you need to defeat. And once you beat him, then you accomplish the mission. Just, you know, how we defeat Drowsy. But there's some stuff that you have to keep in mind, though, that the Pokemon that you were tasked to find and defeat usually have more HP and are a little bit stronger. So that's stuff you have to keep in mind. And I have a bit of a confession that I need to make here. Yeah, so in between the last chapter and this chapter, I actually tried to do that criminal job thing that I mentioned. I decided I wanted to do the higher ranked one. And, you know, I did think about how bad that would be. But the problem is that the one that I went to, and whenever I found the criminal, it actually led me to what is called a monster room. And the monster rooms are very, very bad to encounter when you're not prepared, especially when you're not prepared. Okay, so what exactly are monster rooms, you're asking? Well, as soon as you enter the floor where the criminal is, you'll be instantly over there. Then criminal will say that he's got you surrounded, and then all of a sudden, about like 9 Pokemon fall from the sky and surround you. And I'm not kidding here. You are going to face about 9 Pokemon that are from this dungeon. And yeah, you're not going to really like that at all, especially if you don't have any orbs that will, like, that can stun different Pokemon. So that's why I mentioned earlier that you should probably bring some orbs that would either stun, confuse, or do different status effects before you attempt to do rank jobs, like C rank jobs, I believe. But one of the good things about monster rooms, though, is that they usually have some really good stuff lying around, like TMs and gummies. In fact, that's where I found the Brine TM. I actually found it while I was doing those monster rooms. And also I had to deal with the criminal himself, which is a Klingling. And god dang, he's strong. Sadly, he reminds me a whole lot of Drowsy. Except I don't think he has hypnosis, though. But his confusion attack is very powerful, and it actually killed us quite a few times, really. And had to make me reset the whole level again. This is I really did not. And also, another annoying thing about this whole episode is trying to actually find an Pokemon to recruit, which that's what I'm doing here, but I'm failing horribly at. Okay, so anyway, the last little minor thing, Snax learned Lick, but I told him not to. Yeah, I didn't really feel like he should learn it. But okay, so that's basically it here for criminal jobs. And all you gotta do is find the criminal, defeat him, and then you get your reward and such. Okay, well, I'm done with that topic, so let's move on to the next one here, which is the main topic of this video. And that would be recruiting Pokemon for your team. Alright, so then, really, the mechanic for how to get new recruits is very similar to the other Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games. All you gotta do is just defeat them and then hope that they decide to want to go with you. Yeah, it's kinda weird and messed up, I know. Yeah, like if a gang member beats you up, then like, oh hey, you beat me up really hard, can I join you now? Yeah, whatever, it's just odd, but that's just how it is. Although, even though the whole mechanic here is pretty much similar to the last game, unlike in Red Blue Rescue Team, you don't have to get any friend areas. So pretty much every Pokemon that you see in the game that you can be able to recruit. So you don't have to worry about finding out and getting friend areas there anymore. So that's actually a nice relief there. Oh, and if you want to see the Pokemon that you can recruit, I'll go to the menu and go to info, and then there's a option there called the recruit list, and it will show you all the Pokemon that you can recruit. It's quite handy there. Now, I did say that pretty much any Pokemon you see you can recruit, but it's still annoyingly luck-based. You see, most Pokemon in dungeons will have about a 20% chance of wanting to join you once you beat them. It's not horrible, but it still will take you some time to get the Pokemon that you want. And then there's some Pokemon, mostly legendary ones, that will join you automatically once you beat them, but that doesn't really happen until the end of the game. And then there's Pokemon that even have a negative chance of wanting to join you. Yes, they have a negative chance, so unless you can increase your recruiting rate, then you won't have a chance of getting them. Then there's one Pokemon that has this negative chance that I would like to talk about, but I'll save that for a future episode down the line. And then, unlike in the previous Mystery Dungeon games, if you have two other people following you and you're about to recruit another Pokemon, that recruited Pokemon will leave the dungeon, and then that's considered part of your team, unlike in those games where you can't get it at all. So that's pretty cool there. So there's even more prerequisites that you have to also follow if you want to recruit a Pokemon. The first one is that the team leader has to make the final blow. So your partner or your other recruited Pokemon can't make that kill, only the team leader can. And in this case, it would be me, of course. And there's yet another one, another prerequisite that you gotta do. You also have to be adjacent to the Pokemon that you defeat. So you can't use distance attack like Bubble or Quick Attack that attacks from a few multiple panels away. They have to be right next to you, and that's a bit annoying too. Okay, so now I'm going to talk to you guys about how to increase your chance of recruiting Pokemon. Okay, so first you get a increase that is based upon the leader's level, but it kind of sucks though because you don't get that increase until you reach level 30. And even then, it's only just a 5% chance increase. And that kind of sucks. Alright, so the highest chance that can be increased to is 25% that you don't get until you're level 90. Ah, God's sake. So yeah, there are better ways to get increases though, at the very least. The other way to increase their chances is that you get special items. Just like in the previous games. Yeah, one of the items you can get is called the Friend Bow, which increases your chances by 10%. And I'll talk to you about how to get those in a later time. And then there's two items that's exclusive to the Time, Darkness, and Sky version. that will increase your chances by 24%, and that's called the Amber Tier and the Golden Mask. But those you can't find, and you can find those items in a place called Zero Isle, but you can't go there until the end of the game, and that's, again, really sucks. And then one of the last things you can do to increase your chances is to get an IQ skill called Fast Friend, which are only learned by very few Pokemon like Klingling, Clefairy, Hoppip, and a couple of others. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about IQ skill as well in this episode, but I'll get to that in a moment. And also, one last thing here before we mention it. Oh yeah, there's the criminal there, and he's just going to run away from us, but we'll catch him, of course. But you can also get new recruits as rewards for jobs as well. So if you see jobs that have a question mark as a reward, then sometimes the person that you help out will want to join your team, so that's cool too. And that's pretty much it here. Let's beat this criminal and take him in and end this here. But there's a tiny bit of more discussion about recruits that I'd like to talk about as well, but I'll get to that in a moment. Well, Jesus, Snax is really doing very well with his metronome. He got frenzy feeling. That's pretty cool. Okay, come on, then die. Yeah, see what I mean there? They have a lot more HP than they should have. And I really do not like that. Come on, Snax. Use metronome again and do a very cool attack. There we go. Come on! Gyro ball. Okay, that's good. And then we knocked him out. And we're done. Okay, let's leave the dungeon here and get our reward. Alright, there we go. Let's get out of here, Snax. Alright, so now we're in Beach Cave. Yeah, I cut a whole lot of that stuff out. It's pretty much the same. Although we did get increase in our rank, other than that, it's pretty much the same. So now I'm going to talk to you guys about my last point about recruiting. And that would be about some good things and bad things about it. So one of the main good things about having new recruits is that they give you the added type coverage. For example, I'm a water type Pokemon and Snax is a normal type. So if we run up against like electric Pokemon or grass type, we may be in a bit of a trouble here. Even though Snax is a normal type Pokemon and is neutral to everything but fighting, it would still be a good idea to have different types of Pokemon to deal with the ones that we have a problem with easily. So it'd be a good idea for us to recruit like a ground type Pokemon to deal with electric and fire to deal with the grass types. And that's just stuff to keep in mind when you have your own team and figure out what kind of Pokemon you need to have with you. Also, those new Pokemon could also have like status elements that you might not have that if you don't feel like using an item. So that'd be a good thing to have in mind too. And another good thing is that if the recruits lose their HP, then you don't end up getting kicked out of the dungeon. They just leave and you just get to continue on. But there's also some bad things about it too that I want to also discuss and for you to keep in mind. So the Pokemon that you just recruited will most likely be very underleveled compared to you and your partner. So you have to actually take the time to train them in order for them to reach your level and to learn the attacks you want them to learn. And also be very careful when you take them into dungeons you haven't been before, because they have a tendency to not be able to take a lot of hits and will end up fainting. So you have to end up using your Reviver Seeds. Especially if they are very weak, they can tend to burn your whole Reviver Seed collection very fast. So I would suggest that you take the time to train the recruits that you want to take with you to those dungeons, so that way it won't make you waste all of your items on them. And that's pretty much all I have to say about that. So anyway, a thing that me and Snax have to keep in mind though is that we got to find a ground type recruit for stuff that will happen in the future. Okay, you got that, Snax? You have to remind me to find a ground type recruit, okay? What? Okay, I'm kind of busy here though. Okay, good. Okay, I'm sure you're gonna remember that, buddy. Okay, all right. So that's it. That's my final point about recruiting partners here. So hopefully you keep all this in mind here whenever you want to recruit Pokemon for your team. You know, when you turn into a Pokemon, of course. I'm sure that happens to a lot of people. Right. Okay, then. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk to you guys about are the IQ skills and the IQ groups. Okay, so before we talk about IQ skills, of course, we have to talk about what IQ is. So IQ is a hidden number in the game, but you can check out how much you have by going into your stats and then looking at your IQ and seeing the stars that are next to it. So like 1 star would be approximately 60 IQ, and 5 stars would be like approximately 460 IQ. And you get more IQ by eating gummies, which I believe I talked to you about before. But I'll tell you about how much IQ that gummy would give you. So if you find a gummy that matches your type, for like I mentioned before, like my favorite gummies would be the blue ones. They will give you 5 IQ if they match. And then for the other gummies, if that gummy would go strong against your type, it would give you 4 IQ. So my next favorite one would be something like a yellow gummy, which will represent electric. And then a neutral, and if the gummy is neutral against your type, it would be 3 IQ. If it would be weak to your type, it'd be 2 IQ. And if it's ineffective, like if it would with psychic and dark and normal and ghost, it would only give you 1 IQ. And then there's other ways to get IQs too, but I'll talk about that in a later episode. Now once your IQ reaches a certain threshold, you'll finally start to learn your IQ skills. Now IQ skills are passive skills that you and your members can learn that are based on your IQ, and that will allow them to make smarter decisions. For example, there are some IQ skills that will keep your members from using moves that they don't have any PP for. And also, there are some that keeps them from trying to inflict the same status on an opponent, so they don't waste their time doing it, all that. But then there's even ones that will allow you to walk on different tiles, will tell you where the stairs are, and even reveal the whole map, and a bunch of other different array of skills. So yeah, as you keep getting more IQ, the skills are getting better. Now you get better skills there, and so that's cool. But another thing to keep in mind though is that not every Pokemon is going to learn the same skills. You see, in Darkness, Time, and Sky, the Pokemon are divided into what's called IQ groups, and then those groups are ranged from A to J. And then of course there are some skills that can only be learned by one group, but not by others. For example, like I mentioned before, there's the Fast Friend skill, but those can only be learned by Pokemon of 2 groups, and that's the B group and the H group. So if you want to have a member that has that kind of skill, then you're gonna have to find the Pokemon that are in that part of that group, like the Clefairy, the Hoppip, and the Klingling that I mentioned before. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put a link to the Bulbapedia article that discusses the IQ skills and such, and there they have a list of all the skills that each group can learn. Oh, okay. That's not good. Yeah, if you see the wind stirring, that means you're in a dungeon for too long, or on the floor for too long, and if you stay even any longer, then the wind will blow you away and you'll be kicked out of the dungeon, and that will be considered a failure, so just don't hang around for too long. Alright, so now I'm finally done with all my educational thing. I know it wasn't all that exciting here, but I hope you find some interest in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut away out of here, and I'm going to go ahead and attempt to find a Pokemon to recruit. And I've been trying to do this the whole time, but I haven't been haven't had any success. But don't worry, I'm sure that it won't take me long at all to finally have a new member of our team. Okay, so I'll see you when we actually get a Pokemon to recruit. Once again, I'm sure it won't take very long. Oh, god dang! I've been here for hours and I still can't find anyone to recruit. I mean, come on, you think that if, after we beat someone up, you think they want to come with you? Okay, come on here, Reno. On! Ah, no. Okay, Starly, how about you? No! I swear. Oh, great, it's just a stupid Doduo. Now, whatever, I'm sure you're not gonna come with us. Wait, what the? Hey! Oh, okay, finally! Oh, thank goodness. I really do not want a Doduo, but I guess I'll do. Alright, let's just get you a quickie nickname here. I'm not gonna use my full nicknaming skills on this. Alright, yeah, there we go. That's good enough. Doria, that's fine. Okay, so there you go. I finally, at long last, got a third member of our group. Okay, and it's a bird that has a very terrible ability, the runaway ability. Well, that's great. Okay, I know I know we were insulting her, but apparently she wants to still stay, I guess. Who knows? Okay, well, I think that's a pretty good time for us to stop here then. I don't feel like getting to the end of this place. Once again, it'll all be the same until we finally decide to advance the story. So, that's it, guys. This is the end of episode 7. Stay tuned for episode 8, where we'll go ahead and check out that waterfall and see what's going on behind there. And, yes, I'm back to making videos again. And by the way, I've pretty much gone halfway through this game now at the time of recording this. So hopefully I'll finish the rest of it and then I can have all the footage that I need. But I got a lot of footage now to make episodes with. So that'll give me a good excuse to make videos out of these. Okay, so anyway, with that out of the way, this is PerryGuy88. And I'll see you guys later for more videos. Okay. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.